December 7th, 1941, 200 miles north of the Hawaiian island of Oahu, a Japanese fleet prepares for a surprise attack. The Japanese have made the 5,000-mile journey across the Pacific in absolute secrecy.
This attack is so incredible when you consider its tactical sophistication and then also its audacity. The Japanese sail this 6-aircraft carrier Kidobutai, this striking force, all the way across the North Pacific. They do so under strict radio silence. They're unobserved, and their overall objective is to strike all of the military installations on the island, particularly the Fleet Naval Operating Base at Pearl Harbor.
Japan's mission? Decimate American military facilities in the Pacific, with a blow so lethal as to force the U.S. to stay out of World War II.
They believe they are going to win this war.
The Japanese thought the Americans were soft. The Japanese thought that they could get in there and wipe out all of the American Pacific Fleet, take out the battleships, and that the Americans didn't have the fighting spirit. They'd back down.
Japan decides to strike America where it will hurt most, at Pearl Harbor.
Just down there is Pearl Harbor. That's where the better part of the U.S. Pacific Fleet was located. In addition to that, you had a submarine base, a significant oil stockpile, and repair facilities. Across the island of Oahu, you had Army, Navy, and Marine Corps aviation assets. And if you wanted to destroy the American ability to prosecute war in the Pacific, that's where you strike.
Dawn, December 7th. After months of meticulous planning, the first wave of Japan's attack takes to the sky. As the 183 planes reach the northern tip of Oahu, the formation splits. The attack on Pearl Harbor is just 17 minutes away. Oh 07:38. Most civilians and servicemen on the island are either still in bed or taking things easy on this Sunday morning. Based at Wheeler Field Air Base just north of Pearl Harbor is Boston-born fighter pilot Phil Rasmussen. The next few hours will test Phil's flying skills to the limit.
He was a very accomplished pilot, and when the morning of December 7th came along, he was one of those few that got in the air.
As the Japanese first wave approaches, Phil Rasmussen is sleeping off a late night.
It's early on Sunday morning. A lot of guys are sleeping it off. There was a big party the night before.
While Rasmussen sleeps, the Japanese are locked, loaded, and approaching fast. As they attack, some Japanese pilots take photographs. Rare images that provide an extraordinary bird's-eye view of the next 2 hours. 2 hours that change America's future. The Japanese prepare to attack. Their first targets, Hickam and Wheeler airfields. Their objective, destroy America's ability to strike back in the air.
The Japanese were after the airplanes, because even a small airplane could follow the Japanese planes back out to their carriers and radio their position.